Hi people, are you hearing this sound quality? I finally have my new headset and I'm going to draw a frog. It's going to be a tree frog. And I'm playing with Nikki Ben. She's someone that I know in real life. She's really awesome. And she has her old profile picture on here because Draw Something doesn't like to update those. And she's next to me! We hung out yesterday along with Dave, and we went to a beach, and I swam in the 40-something degree Puget Sound water. It was worth it. I said I would do it, and I did. And brought my sleeping bag along with me because I knew I would get cold. It was pretty cold. But once I got out of the water, I felt so warm in the sun compared to being in the water that it was pretty amazing. It was only maybe 10 minutes after I was out of the water that I felt like I had to put my coat on and the sleeping bag. Okay, that's enough background. Time for the frog. So after that, we went to the Mongolian Grill. I had never been there before, but Nikki Ben had been there with another friend, and it was so good. I could pick everything I wanted, and they cooked it. And Nikki said that she had it all planned out because she had been there before. She had a specific order that she would put the food in the bowl in. And she said that way it cooks better somehow. But it was really tasty. And then today, I had breakfast. Pumpkin pancakes. And I should really stop talking about food so I don't eat too much food. This is the darkest lime green that I have. Well, the darkest natural looking lime green. I have that almost fluorescent looking lime green. But that doesn't happen in nature very often, and not for this frog. So I won't be using that green. This is one of my favorite colors. I love lime green. It seems like so many people are getting these boudoir pictures. I don't know if that's a new thing or if I just happen to know several people doing that all at the same time. It's probably the second thing. And I'm sorry that I haven't been posting much recently. I think that will change now that I have this new headset that I'm so excited about. And the toes of this frog are actually more of a gray, more like this color. I will go back over that and I'll make the rest of the toes that color. I love frogs. They're so cute and slimy. Amphibians are just awesome. Salamanders, frogs. They're so cute. Okay, there's the other toe. And one more toe here. I forgot what type of frog this was. I know I've seen these at a pet store. I just can't remember the name. I think that's kind of wrong to keep amphibians in little tanks. It's one thing if you have this whole room habitat devoted to the frog, but they don't like being kept in little tanks. That's just mean. However, if they live in an area with lots of habitat destruction, I guess a little tank is better than being killed. It's sad what's happening to all the animals. Oh, also, did you like the intro? I am saying this now, but I have not yet put the intro together, so I myself don't know what it looks like as I am talking about it. I recorded the 2 parts, but I haven't done the editing yet. Is it too long? Is it too short? Would you like to see something else, or do you not want an intro at all? No preference, perhaps? Any feedback would be great. Skydive Toledo is closed today, which is sad for me, but I guess it's okay. I keep ruining my shoes. I bought another pair of running shoes today, and these I am actually only going to use for exercising. I'm not going to take them with me to the drop zone and have them ruined as well. I am just so clumsy. Okay, here's another toe. I think Nikki knows that this is a frog by now, even though I haven't finished all the details. I told her about my YouTube channel, so I'll probably send her a message saying, hey, guess what, Nikki? Nikki Ben's on YouTube. Then she might watch this video and hear me talking about her. Awkward. Or maybe not. Probably not. I'm probably going to give her my old headset because I don't need it for anything. Now I have this gigantic one. It's a Logitech, and it feels so good on my head right now. I just love it. And it fits me. I'm really glad that there are a lot of little kid gamers because I'm a little person and it actually fits me. It's adjustable, but I didn't have to make it any longer. Guess I have a pretty small head. Small everything. Little person. And this frog has a really interesting shape. Well, not the shape, it has this pattern on it that I thought was interesting. It has this line that goes right across the eye, and it connects here, and there's brown and cream. It goes down here, and then up above the leg, that. Here's the arm. Now I'll fill this in. And some of this will be brown, so I'm not going to spend too much time filling it in, because that just wastes ink. And I have learned that it's not a good idea to waste ink. Because when you're doing something really detailed, you can avoid coloring something in until you absolutely have to. I would recommend it. Otherwise, you'll end up with a partially finished drawing, which could have turned out much better. And I don't know about you, but I don't enjoy regretting anything. I don't like looking back and saying, I wish I would have done that differently. That just isn't fun. I'll go in and add some spots. Oh, this is going to be such a cute little frog. Oh, and I saw this cute dog today. It looked like it was part Chihuahua and part probably Cocker Spaniel. It had these floppy ears, but it was so tiny. So cute. More spots. And some white ones too. I just want to pet this little frog. I think, oh no, I am not ready to send. I think this little frog will be my friend if I met it in real life. And I'm doing the pointillism here because I do want it to look shiny and slightly bumpy. This will make it look this way. And there's a shadow here where the little hand is. I kind of started a Facebook argument today. I agree with a lot of things that this guy says, but he posted something about acupuncture, and that stuff's not real. It's just a placebo effect. Go into this nice room, and someone's like, oh, hi, how's your day? Well, I guess I don't know from experience. I'm just imagining probably how it goes. And they try to be professional, but if you want someone to be nice to you, get a friend, or it'll probably have the same effect at a hairdresser. With a hairdresser, I suppose. It just makes you feel good. There's nothing magical about it, and there certainly is nothing scientific about it. These people and their placebos. It's a really time-consuming and expensive way to make yourself feel better. Just take a Tylenol, or if that doesn't work, go see a real doctor and get some real pain pills. Okay, I'm done. I'm just concerned about my friends. I don't want them dying on me because they didn't get any help. And I'm increasing the highlights. I don't know why I chose to do this brown part first. I could have done the green part first. But I guess I became excited when picking the right color to use. In that profile picture, Nikki Ben has on this shirt that I've seen her wear a lot. It has a tie and a necklace on the shirt, so it's like she's wearing it, but she's not. So it's a shirt, accessories, all with just the shirt. It's a great idea. And this needs to be smoothed out. And since I've been using the brown, I'm going to start applying it in this weird shape that I was talking about. Goes up here. And then there's also a darker brown, but I haven't gotten to that yet. And this frog has those horizontal slanted pupils. I love those pupils. Frogs have the best pupils. I think frog eyes are probably my favorite eyes. Although this frog has gray eyes. I like yellow eyes. But they're still pretty. I guess my favorite eye of all time would be a yellow eye with a slanted horizontal pupil. Horizontally slanted pupil. What is your favorite eye? Do you like human eyes, cat eyes, frog eyes, snake eyes? What kind of eyes? If you could pick any eye color, eye shape, pupil type for yourself, what would you pick? Are you happy with your own eyes? I like my eyes, but I think it would be really cool if they were yellow. This part that I'm drawing here is actually interesting. It looks like it's mostly the darker brown, but then it's very, very shiny. So I'm going through and adding the shininess to it, continuing it from the bottom of the frog. Goes up. And up here, the white dots go all the way here. And along the edge. I'll probably do more of this pointillism detail work after I have the green parts shaded in. And this line that I drew should actually be the dark brown. Back and do that. Just to be a little thicker. This will probably be a long drawing, but it should be worth it. And then there's a white part. It starts here and then continues this way. That's okay, I can erase that. Well, not erase it, I will cover it with the green. Like this. And there's actually going to be an eye going through that, which you cannot see at the moment. Then inside the leg, there's a very interesting color. I kind of started it here, but it's more of an orangey tan. And on the leg that is farther away, you can really see that color. So I'm drawing it in here. And I'll blend it in with the more grayish tan, the cooler tan, just to keep a blended frog shading perspective. I don't know what I'm saying. But I know what I'm drawing. I'm drawing a tree frog. I love how all the frogs are out. Washington State is the best state ever. And I'm hearing the frogs and seagulls. And if you've never been to Washington, you're missing out. You should go. Now I need to clear up this edge. Went too far? No. Okay. And there's actually a small amount of blue here on the edge. I'll add it to the other hind leg as well, but not yet. Do you prefer frogs or toads? I like both, but I think I do prefer frogs. Just because they're shinier, usually, not always. There are plenty of really shiny toads. When I was a kid, there was a toad that would come onto the back porch of the apartment building, and in Russian, the word for toad is Jaba, so I named this toad Abaj, which is Jaba backwards, because I spoke backwards, and I still kind of speak backwards. But I didn't speak Russian backwards, I mostly spoke English backwards. Anyway, I let the frog stay in my room for about a week, and I taught it a few tricks. I taught it to run under a book. I would set the book on the floor and make it look like a tunnel, and Abaj would run through the book, underneath the book. But he didn't always like the little insects that I would bring him for food, so I just let him go, which is good. And then he came back a few months later, and I played with him, and I don't know, I only saw him once when he came back. He was an American toad. He was brown, some little bumps. He was really cute. And I need to show that this leg is bent with the foot underneath it. We'll have this come out here. And here. And then that cool tan is part of the foot, which I need to clarify. And there's actually a little knob right here. I wish I could tell you the anatomical part that it really is. All I can say is the little knob near the ankle. It's probably some type of tarsal bone, but I'm not sure, and I don't want to say that it is and then be wrong. And I'll add some more shininess to it. It's hard to have too much shininess, in my opinion. It's a glitter frog. I made some pretty good drawings, which I think you could see in the intro, if it turned out well. Unfortunately, I didn't record them because I was so lazy about installing the software for this headset that I just didn't record. And some of them I drew at other places, like if I had some time at work to sit around on a break, I would play draw something. And I can't really record at work, it just doesn't work. All this Easter stuff is reminding me to get ready for the zombie walk. That's not until July. But I need to think of a good costume. It's going to be hot, but I need to be scary looking, which is easy because I'll have torn up clothes. That will keep me cool. Does anyone have a suggestion for what type of zombie I should be? Last year, I bought a men's dress shirt from Goodwill because on me it was like a lab coat. So I was the crazy doctor that started the zombie apocalypse. Except it's not really crazy. I would start it if I could. I really hope none of my biology teachers will hear that. Because I'm serious. Okay. Here is the rest of the highlight for the legs. I don't understand why people eat frog legs. Why? Why would you kill a frog just to eat its legs? Maybe I'm ignorant and they do eat the rest of the frog and I'm just unaware, but I think, from what I know, it's really wasteful. I know that most people do eat meat, but really, you're going to kill a whole frog just for its legs? That doesn't make any sense. Why not just eat the whole frog? Or is that too gross for you? As if it's not gross to just eat part of the frog. I don't understand people. People are weird. Then again, I have a reputation for being weird, so to them I'm weird. Which is good. Shiny glitter frog. If you don't have this really pale green color, I think you should get it because I think it's a great color. It's good for anytime you want something that's shiny and green, but not particularly yellow. It will make a nice in-between color between the white and the lime green. Blending this in. And I think I should probably start on the eyes. No, wait, not yet. I want to add some of the blue dots to the other leg before I forget. Okay, now the eyes. Actually, no, not yet. Sorry. I'm going to continue the frog's back first. Goes up here. Here. What's this? Not muscle. Opicularis oris, I think. Frogs are so cute. Have you seen frogs blink? They're just so cute when they blink. And their eyes are so big. Okay. I'm not sure if I should use this other green. I think I should. The more colors you use, the more realistic it looks. Sometimes I try to save on colors, not using too many, otherwise I use up too much ink. But if you think it's safe to use up some colors, go ahead. It really adds dimension and makes your drawing more realistic. I find that when I'm drawing human faces, I end up using fewer shades just because I spend so much time on getting the right facial shapes that I might run out of ink before I get a chance to add a third or fourth color. But with a frog, it's a little more simple. Or perhaps it's not. Maybe it's just because I'm human and I'm biased, so it's easier for me to detect the minute differences in human faces, whereas frogs look more similar. But I did recognize a botch. But he was a toad. And there's a nostril up here. A little nair. Nair is in nostril, not nair is in hair depilatory cream. It's a little more yellow here, but if I introduce yellow, I'll probably run out of ink. So here's the light green. And I'll add some brown down here. I need this green too. Layering. While I was looking for new athletic shoes, I found a shirt that looked like it had organic bonds on it. It had a really interesting pattern that I hadn't seen before. But now I have that shirt too. I can sometimes be one of those people that goes in looking for one thing and ends up coming out with 3 things. Okay, time for the eye. With the angle that this frog is at, you can't see the other eye. When I've drawn frogs in the past, sometimes you can see just the edge of the eye on the other side. But at this angle, you can't. And I'm going to add a little bit of blue to the eye. I'm going to exaggerate the amount of blue that's in the eye because I want to make a good composition relating it to the back legs. And I can't let it be too spotted and obvious. There's also some brown. They are pretty eyes. I like drawing eyes. And the bottom is darker, just from the angle. Safety day is coming up at Skydive Toledo. I don't know if I'll make it on time because I'll get there at night. But if I do make it on time, it'll be my first safety day. I could use a safety day. Okay, now is it done? The eye, not the whole drawing. No, it's not. I'm going to add a few more dots. And now it's time for that horizontally slanted pupil. No. This isn't going the way I want it to. Okay. Little lines, a little bit at a time. Dreading the running out of ink sign. I'll have to go back over that and cover it because it's not supposed to be that wide. And that's just not what a pupil looks like. I tried, my finger was not dexterous enough. It does take patience to be able to do this. And I am fidgeting the entire time that I am drawing. So if you're a fidgety person like me, don't do this at a desk. Do it somewhere else. I'm sitting in a position where I can fidget. And this is the highlight on the eye. I love drawing this part. It just makes it come together and look really three-dimensional. I'm also going to have this. Oh no! Hello, ink. to have a black outline on the eye, and around it there's some white, mostly on the sides. Maybe I should go around it with the green first. Can't have it be too thick, too even. It has to look like nature. I'll have this come out here, and on the other side. Then I'll finish the nostril. I think I can finish this without running out of ink. It will be close, but I'm mostly done at this point. And of course, whenever I say that, I'm always going to add more and more and more and more and more. I just can't stop myself. Again, as I mentioned, it's important to blend in the colors that you used in other parts of the drawing. So I can't have this color be just on the legs. I have to move it to other places too. Otherwise it just doesn't match, it doesn't look right. And go back to the cool tin. I need to put the highlight eyes, well, above the eyes. What I like to do is make a really uneven, scratchy shape and then go back, make it even more uneven. This saves on time. Even though I would like to do more pointillism, I don't think I have the ink for it. So I'm using this cheating technique. Yeah, that doesn't look right. Bring it up on the head. Oh, right, and then down here there's a major highlight. This is where the mouth flattens out and gets wider. Go back to this pale green. Little lines. Underneath the eye. Well, now this front leg doesn't match the other legs. It's just too sparkly. Okay, that's better. But now, with this tiny amount of remaining ink, I need to finish all of this, and I never even continued the highlights on the toes here. Finish this. At this point I have to prioritize which parts are most important for making this look like a frog. Otherwise, I'll be out of ink. Okay. And brown. These are two toes. No. Yes. There's some black. I actually still have plenty of ink. That means it's time for pointillism. Getting out the stylus. And, never mind. It's picking up on the grid in the screen. I'll use my finger. I need this to look more like that front leg. Otherwise, it just doesn't blend. It doesn't look right. This is actually... Okay, done with that. Continue this down here. And along the edge. I'm going to spend the rest of my ink on all these little dots. Because this way, I can keep going hypothetically indefinitely, but really until the ink runs out. And it will just look better and better. That's what I will do. And on this leg, this is the lightest part. So I'm going to make this look more like the front leg. Oh no, I wasn't even supposed to use that color. I need to cover that up. The remaining ink. Maybe continue this down here. Here. I actually don't like the shape of the snout. I can do better than that. No. Yes. More like that. Longer. That's a frog snout. And I think I'll use this highlighting green to come over the eye. Just a little bit. And this needs to blend. Now the hind leg back here needs more pointillism. And this one too. I could all use more. This is a cute little frog. I can just hear it talking to me. I'm bouncing around in the forest. Someone's drawing me, having a good day. That's what the little frog would say. Because the little frog would like me. Is it done? Of course it's not. I'm never done. I just keep going and going and going. I'm going to use that really pale pink from the eye up here. And the green. I'll probably continue making this part shinier for the remainder of the ink. Use some white. I'm actually amazed at how much ink I have left because I am starting to think that it's done. Except, of course, it's not. I am never done. It's like masturbating. I'm just never done. Going and going and going and going. Hey, I think I'll add more green dots. So little ink left, but it still seems like a lot of ink. Kind of. Sort of. Oh, what do you think of my intro noise? That was my voice. If it is, in fact, the intro noise that I recorded earlier. Because I haven't fully made the intro yet. Let me know. I had fun making that noise. I'm not going to make it now because it's very loud and high-pitched. The original noise. But I don't know, I'm just here talking to myself. So I would appreciate some comments of any sort. Criticism is fine too. I just want someone to talk to. Working on mandible. That's a fun word, mandible. It's a fun bone. That's what I said. Keep going. I am going to continue this until I am out of ink. Even if it makes this a long video, I'm going to have fun with this. No, there's actually a really light part over here that I missed somehow. Right here. So close to being out of ink. Making it really shiny. It's done. I am sending this to Nikki Ben. No, wait, never mind. Of course, I am never done. Alright, I promise, I am done. I am done. I am sending it and saving it. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.